Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here today for part two of Scam Savvy. We're going to launch right into it. And while I do that, I want to know from you, and you can put it in the chat, or you can just go ahead and email me the old-fashioned way and let me know if you came across and were you able to spot any scams. I want to know from you. Well, today we're going to talk about avoiding scams. And the outline for today is we're going to teach you signs that it's a scam. We're going to teach you how to avoid a scam and where to go to report that scam. Now, if this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Abby. I'm the founder of Senior Savvy, and I'm also a course creator. I'm a TEDx speaker. I'm a talk show host. I'm doing lots of things, including I've got two kiddos I absolutely adore. So I've been teaching classes like this around the country for about 4 years now, and I absolutely love it. But one thing I'm passionate about is helping you be more secure when you're online. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and talk about some of those signs, because that's what we talked about last week. So here are some of the signs from scammers. Number one, scammers pretend to be from an organization you know. Amazon, Netflix, credit union. So be on the lookout for that. They may use a real name like the FTC or the Social Security Administration, Eeks, or Medicare or IRS. So you really want to be cautious when you receive something like that and not just believe it on sight. Next, scammers pretend to be from the FTC. Nope, if the FTC is emailing you, that is a scam. They do not do that. Instead, go to the FTC website, reportfraud.ftc.gov, and report it right then and there. Scammers will pretend to be from Social Security. They know that that pushes a pain point for you. And they may say that your bank or your Social Security number was hacked into and you need, in order to unlock it, you need to give it over to them. But you know what? The Social Security Administration will not ask for your number over the phone. If you get a call like this, hang up right away. Scammers will also pretend to be from the IRS. They know they're targeting your sense of urgency. They're targeting your sense of fear, okay? So you always want to look at the sender's email address to make sure it's coming from the irs.gov address, right? They may use the IRS logo to look more legitimate, and you might see a link in there, and I want you to be aware of that. Do not click on the link. Next, scammers will pretend to be from Medicare because they know you're most likely a Medicare patient and nothing better happened to your Medicare coverage, right? If something like that happens, I want you to report the fraud to reportfraud.ftc.gov. The scammers may pretend to be from a utility company, and I want you to protect yourself from those utility payment scams. Don't become a victim. You can go on to the utility company website and see if there is someone pretending to be that utility company. And scammers may pretend to be from a tech company. And I've seen this happen so many times where they're trying to get you to upgrade your Apple Care. They're trying to get you to renew your Microsoft Office. And so you really want to be careful and be aware and cautious. Scammers also pretend to be from a fake charity. And that's another thing that will pull at your heartstrings. Next, scammers typically say there's either a prize or a problem, all right? They may say you're in trouble with the government, or you owe money, someone in your family had an emergency, or that there's a virus on your computer. Some scammers say there's a problem with one of your accounts and you need to verify information. Others will lie and say you won money in a lottery or sweepstakes and you have to pay a fee in order to get it. Problem or prize with the government Is the FBI asking you for money? Hang up. That's a scam. It might be a problem or a prize with money you won. They may be saying, someone's giving away 2 grand, retweet this post. They're just extracting information from you, and then they're going to pay you via the Cash App. There might be a problem or a prize with your family, and you want to be really careful about that because that's going to give you a heightened sense of urgency. And a problem with your computer. There are scammers that will target Geek Squad, and I just want you to be aware of that. Scammers typically pressure you to act ASAP. All right, they put the heavy on you to do something right away, and you want to be aware of that. They may threaten to arrest you, sue you, take away your driver's license, or deport you. They may say that your computer is corrupted, and they're going to pressure you to act now. All right, and that's when you really want to be on the defense. Anytime they're telling you to act now, they're going to pressure you with an arrest. They're going to pressure to sue you. They're going to pressure to corrupt your computer. They do all of these things so that they can tug at your heart and get you to pay up. They may insist that you pay a certain way. They may say that you have to pay by wiring money. They may say that you have to use a credit union like Western Credit Union and then have you fill out an illegitimate form. They may say you have to pay by a certain app like Cash App, for instance. And if they ever say and insist you pay by gift card, now that is an absolute red flag. Ding, 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 ding. You need to hear that one go off right away. They may say someone's going to send you a check. And when that check comes, it's going to be for too much money. And then what will happen is you're going to deposit the check. And then they want you to send them the difference. And this is an absolute no-no. I'll tell you, this happened to me about 13 years ago. I'm not going to go into details, but I learned my lesson. And I want you to be aware of it as well. Now, here are some ways that you can avoid a scam easily. Block those unwanted calls and texts, all right? And the next couple slides here, I'm going to show you, if you're using an Apple phone, how to block unwanted calls. All right, you're going to go to your settings. You're going to head to phone, and you're going to silence unknown callers. You don't want them. You can do this on an Android device by going to settings, and you can block certain numbers. There are call blocking apps. I've been using one for a couple years now, and it is called RoboKiller. I get very few scam calls, and I gotta tell you, I'm thankful for that because every single time my phone rings, I think something's wrong with my kids, right? So I'd rather not be worried like that. You can also filter unwanted texts, and on your phone, you can do that by going to your settings, selecting messages, and then toggling on filter unknown senders. On your Android device, you're going to look for the 3 dots up at the top of the phone call that you don't recognize, and you can block that number. If you get an email or a text from a company with a business let me start over. If you get an email or a text from a company you do business with, don't click on any links still. Go ahead and look up their phone number because you want to make sure you are speaking to the right legitimate company. You're going to do that by going to their website. You can talk to a trusted advisor. Call me, tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell someone you trust. And now here are a couple ways to report a scam. The best way that I've found in my research is to go to reportfraud.ftc.gov. Okay, reportfraud.ftc.gov. Next, you can call and leave a message with the AARP and report the scam there. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Couple questions here before we wrap up. Number 1, where would I go to look for the number to call them back? You're going to go online. You're going to type in American Express, You're going to see the contact us number and you're going to call that number, not the one they gave you over the voicemail. Can you just hang up? Absolutely. I wouldn't even engage in any way, shape, or form. Hang up, move on with your day. Should I delete the message? Yes, you should delete the message and you should send it and block the message so that you do not receive another message from that scammer. Now, next week, we're going to talk about part 3, taking action. We're going to review some of the things we learned in part 1 and part 2. And I just want to say thank you for being with me. If you do have any more questions, you can always reach out to me via email or find me on Facebook or one of the other social media platforms. It has been an honor to be with you today. I'm so proud of you for learning something new, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.